Truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you could state your name for the record, please.
Amber Asher.
All right, you can lower your hand. Since?
Miss Asher, good morning.
Boy,
What is your relationship with Don?
he's my old son.
Jason. Jason,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Mr. Turner, first. He's your oldest son.
That's correct.
How many children do you have?
6.
And what do you do for a living, Miss Asher?
I deliver for Uber.
Like, all right. Just a clarification for the record that you'll need a
Yes, that's correct.
In the interview that Dominic provided to Probation, he had mentioned that he was mostly raised from childhood by his uncle. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Can you explain to the court how he ended up in the custody of his aunt and uncle?
Due to the domestic violence between his father, him, and his younger brother were both removed from my custody, and my aunt legally adopted them.
Pause here. This is huge legally. When a child ends up with an aunt and uncle due to domestic violence and CPS involvement, it sets the stage for long-term instability. Judges pay special attention to family history because it often explains behavior years later.
Just the judge is aware, was this domestic violence? Were you charged with domestic violence? Were you an aggressor in this situation?
No, I don't.
Did you feel that because of that circumstances, Dominic would be sentenced in the custody of your aunt and uncle?
That's correct.
After he was in custody of your aunt and uncle, were you just no longer involved with his life?
I've always
He played an active role in his
That's correct.
was Dominic's biological father, was he here?
No. I think the last time I saw him was like 3.
So I'm sorry, I'm confused. So the person that she's saying was abusive to her, is that the defendant's biological father?
That's right.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
No.
Would you please describe the judge Dominic's character start like before these incidents? And any change or growth in his character that you've seen since he was arrested on these trial charges?
Well, I would have to say that before he was arrested on this charge, there was like tremendous maturity happening, and I won't say he made a mistake. He made some really bad choices in that time frame. My dad had just passed away like 2 months before that, and a lot was going on with me and him and his younger brother.
His younger brother being Isaiah?
Yeah. And they kind of just lost their way for a while then. My dad just found expense break. The one that he always gone to. And he felt like the one person who was always there for him was gone.
Since he was arrested for this charge with aggravated robbery charge, how would you describe changes that he's made in his life? Improvement.
This right here is the emotional center of the case. A mother describing a son who lost his one person, a grandfather, father figure, anchor. Judges don't sentence crimes. They sentence stories. And this story is heavy.
He started to be more trying for employment and talk about school university. I started to care about where his life was going instead of the empty shell every day.
What about any sort of changes in character since learning that he was?
He's very responsible. He's a great dad as far as I've seen so far. He does everything he can to try to help with the baby.
As far as you're aware, would there be potential issues in terms of raising a child if Dominic is not involved?
Financially, of course, and also she needs her dad.
Obviously, being his mother, knowing that she from birth, any history at all that Dominic had, depression or violence or acting out in anger, like was he getting into a lot of fights at school, anything like that?
No.
You had mentioned your younger son, Isaiah. You mentioned as well in Dominic's ear, Dominic admits that Isaiah was the shooter in this instance. As far as you're aware, is that correct?
That is correct.
Where is Isaiah now? Because of this incident that he is there?
That's one of the incidents. If he was there, yeah, there were charges.
I know it's tough as a mother to talk about children in this life, but would you describe Isaiah as being more troubled or violent individual compared to Dominic?
Definitely more wild to handle than Dominic. Dominic is more like one handed than Isaiah's more rowdy. I don't know how to explain it, but
Would you please explain to the judge why you believe Dominic is deserving of a chance on deferred adjudication rather than equal?
I think that's it right there. It's just a chance. He needs a chance to not become statistic of his. He made a horrible choice, and he knows that. And we just ask for mercy. That's all. He has to be accountable for his actions, and we understand that.
Is there anything else that you would like to inform the judge? Anything you feel is important for her to know about?
I just know that his heart's in the right place and his life's in the right place, and he wants to do things right, and he's a good productive member of society, a good man, a good father, and a good fiance to this girl. That's all.
Absolutely.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. We wonder that your son was also accused of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle on June 23rd, 2021.
Okay. Just 1 second. Excuse me, lady in the shirt. Who are you? No, who are you? Are you here? You're a friend? Well, friend, this is not visitation, and you're talking to inmates in the box. And let me tell you what the problem with that is. The problem with that, oh, don't give me attitude. The problem with that is the fact that the officers are in charge of security, and you're messing with security. So, friend of the person in the box, step outside the courtroom. Damn.
I'm sorry.
And the friend in the box, this is not visitation. You need to do that at the jail. No. Okay? Yes.
Yes, I am aware that he had those other two charges. One of the charges actually.
Whoa. Classic courtroom eruption. Someone whispers to an inmate. and the judge shuts it down. This isn't just attitude, it's courtroom security. The judge is sending a message. Control the room, control the case. This moment is more important than it looks.
The vehicle in question was actually stolen by my other son.
Sure. I guess since you brought up your other sons, so two of your sons, one being the oldest, and then Isaiah is the next one. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So both of them were out car hopping. It wasn't this. What is that?
They're basically going from car to car, whatever they can.
Were they living with you at this time?
No.
Well, Steve had finished defendant this case, your son, then he come to live with you. 17 or 18?
When he turned 18,
And so, how old was he when he was committing the felony? For instance, he has to be 18 or older, so he was staying with you when he was 18.
Sorry, stay just 1 second. Excuse me. I don't approach the court coordinator while we're on the record because there's chatter over here, there's chatter in the box. It's making it difficult for me to hear on this very important case, which all the cases are important, and it's making it difficult for the court reporter to hear. All right, so you may continue.
So you're aware that, I mean, when he was committing was with the vehicle or unauthorization motor vehicle, he was staying where he was at, right?
at first he did go back and forth. It wasn't like one day he brought all his stuff and moved in. He came, he stayed the weekend, and then it was, it kind of just solidified into like a permanent thing. Isaiah ended up going back to my aunt because he didn't have a choice.
So, to be fair, I mean, your sons and your children from your house to somebody else's house, you don't know exactly where they are, do you?
I don't agree with that,
So you know where they're at all times?
for the most part.
So on December 25th, going into December 26th, for this aggravated robbery where shooting happened, do you know where they were on Christmas night?
I didn't know where they were at that time, no.
So now do you really think that you don't know where they're at all times?
Well, I don't think anybody knows where their children are at all times when they're at that age.
On Christmas night?
Well, I do have 4 kids at home, so yeah. I mean,
One child of yours that's over the age of 18 staying with you, and then you also have a juvenile son that was charged with this aggravated robbery that went to TYC for this actual ag robbery. So I didn't know when your juvenile son was that night.
This exchange is brutal. The prosecutor is doing a surgical attack on the mother's credibility as a guardian. Every don't know where they were chips away at the defense's argument that this young man came from a stable environment.
He was committing ag robbery. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
I mean, I guess that's correct, but like I said, my aunt has custody of Isaiah and had custody of him at that time.
And actually, your son, in this particular case, is actually says that he's going to return to the Aunt Apple's residence and stay there with his girlfriend with their, I believe, the young child, the 9-year-old. Is that right?
Yes, that's
And
correct.
not with you. Is that right?
That's correct.
No further questions, Young.
All right, any other questions? Yes.
How old is he?
20.
Years old. So at the time of this occurred, roughly around 18 years old. Does that sound right, or was that anything?
That's correct.
Yeah. At that time, were you keeping tabs on him at all? Or was he of the age where he was at 18 is the end of it?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry. Just to rephrase, at that age of 18, is he considered an adult?
Yes.
No questions.
All right, any other questions?
No questions.
I just have a few questions. There's no objection.
No objections.
All right, so were your parental rights terminated?
No, I actually relinquished my rights. It was an ongoing CPS case, and they basically told me I had ran out of time. They'd already given me an extension.
So that means that there was a legal case, am I correct?
Yes.
And as a part of that legal case, there were certain things you had to complete.
Before I relinquished my rights?
Yeah. There were certain things that you had to complete because they were giving you a chance to have your children in your custody, correct?
Correct.
So what did you not complete?
I actually didn't complete, I didn't maintain my sobriety at that time.
Okay.
So I went into inpatient.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in and giving me some insight into your son. Thank you. All right, call your next witness.
So now call Dominic.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. All right, state your name for the record.
Dominic.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dominic, do you understand why we're here today?
I do understand.
That you are facing a potential possibility if the judge follows suit for a maximum of 8 years of prison.
I do understand.
What are you asking of the judge?
Your Honor, I really just want to ask for forgiveness. If I had the chance to speak to the victim and let him know how sorry I am, how bad I feel for the incident and what went down that night, I wish I could come up with the words to apologize to him. I really don't think that there's enough words or things that I can say to him that is gonna make it better. I was traumatized that day. I was also shot. And I just can't imagine how traumatized that his family and he is. And if I had the opportunity to apologize, I would do so. I don't think that that would take it away or make things better. But if I had the opportunity to go back in time and fix things and not do them the way that I did them, I would. I really am just praying and asking that you give me a chance, Your Honor. I make some very bad choices, and I'm trying to turn that around. Um, I didn't have a father figure to tell me the right from wrong, so I learned the hard way. And this is one of those many times that I'm learning the hard way. I just please ask you that you give me a little bit of leniency.
This is the moment the whole courtroom breathes. Dominic delivers the classic, "I'm not a criminal. I just made bad choices" speech. But the judge must decide whether it's sincere or strategic. And trust me, judges have a sixth sense for that.
Push for the probation instead of prison time, so that way I can be there around my daughter while she grows up, and she doesn't have to grow up without a father like I did. Same thing as my fiance. She grew up without her father, and I don't want that for my kid now. I was also molested as a kid. I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want her to not have her parents around to watch her, to know that she's okay 25/8. I don't want her to make the wrong choices that I do. I don't want her to have to grow up without a father. I am extremely sorry for my actions and my part in the incident, but I really do not believe that I deserve time because I didn't play the part in shooting the gun, and I take full responsibility for my actions. I was there, and I made that decision to do so. I just hope that the victim can find some type of forgiveness for me, and I hope that you can understand that I really was just a broken soul at that time, and I'm really trying to turn myself around now, man. I really am. And I'm doing everything I can to do so. I'm working, I'm providing for my baby girl, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. I haven't had any violations on my life. I've gone to and from work, done what I was supposed to do, and I will do more to prove that I'm capable of succeeding and growing and becoming a better man as time goes by. I'll do any type of counseling, any type of management problems, anything. I want to, whatever it is that I can to rehabilitate myself and better myself as a man, as a father, as a son, as an individual. I really hope that you can forgive me, Your Honor. That you understand that I'm not a criminal. I just made some very wrong choices, and I'm doing my best to turn around.
Dominic, you had mentioned about forgiveness. Just to be clear, are you asking the judge for a chance on forgiveness?
Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly what I'm asking.
You had also mentioned to the judge willingness, whatever she orders, let me ask you this. Do you personally believe that you are in need of counseling classes, parenting classes, self-help classes? Do you feel that you need internally?
Yes, I do. I'm always trying to better myself. And at this point in time, like right now, I'm focused on that 100%. Like that's my main goal is to better myself as a human being. I made some very bad choices, and I'm not trying to go back down that road that I went down. I had dealt with the loss of my grandpa, and he was the closest thing to a father figure I had.
What sort of goals do you have in life? Do you have a career path? Any sort of plans that you have?
Honestly, if you would have asked me 10 years ago or 15 years ago what I wanted to be when I grow up, I would have said that I wanted to be a dad, and I've gotten that wish come true. I just really hope that I can spend that time with my daughter and not have to keep away from them.
What plans do you have in place to be a better father to you?
I plan to be around and provide, to love her unconditionally, on a level that I never was shown. I just want to be there for her. I think that that's the most important thing mentally is she needs that support. She needs me around. If she doesn't have me around, I think that she's just going to be a loose end.
All right, State.
Yes, you say you're not a criminal, is that correct? How many cars have you burglarized?
I don't know.
Too many to count. Yes. Okay, so it's called car hopping. Go around a neighborhood, apartment complex and check doors if they're unlocked and burglarize the dealership.
Yes.
That's a criminal, correct? Right. So, you don't know how many cars that you've done. Night of this happened on Christmas night, going into Christmas, Christmas. Your brother had a gun with him.
Yes.
You knew he had a gun with him.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I had no idea. He had a weapon.
So the two of y'all are burglarizing vehicles, and your brother has a gun, and you don't know he has a gun, and your brother used that.
And here comes the prosecutor with a knockout punch. Too many to count. The defense's entire narrative of not a criminal collapses in a single answer. Moments like this completely reshape a judge's perception.